now for the cow catcher. The cow catcher is going to be our hardest part to get going here with the working drawing. It's one of the more difficult and complex parts in the whole train assembly. The first thing that I'm going to do is that if I look at this, it's going to be really hard for me to dimension these pegs that are on the back. They're hidden lines. I don't have a very good view of it. So I'm going to go ahead and make a back view. Okay. So I'm going to go up to where it says projected. I'm going to select on the right side view. I'm just going to go straight over and I'm going to click once and then say create. Now I've got my front, top, right side, and back. At this point, it's not really even that necessary to have hidden lines. I'm going to turn off hidden lines here. It's a 1-to-1 scale. Keeps on changing on me. And hidden lines removed, and say OK. It looks a lot smoother. I think I'm going to be able to dimension this a lot easier. So I've got my front, top, right side, back view. The other thing I want to do is I want to be able to dimension how far all these parts are. This little indentation here. Now to do that, I have to make an auxiliary view. An auxiliary view is just a straight-on view of, say, this side. Okay. To do that, I'm going to go up to the top where it says auxiliary. I'm going to select the view that I want to do, and then I'm going to select, say, this line right here. Now I'm going to have it go up here eventually, but to start off I'm going to put it down here. And you can see, there we go, we have a much better straight-on view of this part there. And I'm just going to drag it up into this area. Okay, so that looks good. Now since I also removed the hidden lines, you cannot actually see that I have a shell underneath here. So I need to show off the shell, and to do that I'm going to use a section view. So that way I can kind of take a look at the inside portion of this. I'm going to do a section view of the top. I actually had it already selected. Here we go. So section of this top view. And I'm going to start off right in between these two little pegs here. I'm going to go straight down till about right there. From there I'm going to go off at an angle until I see that perpendicular symbol. If I see that perpendicular symbol, that's indicating that my section view line is perpendicular to this red line right here. If I got that, I can just right click and say continue. I can't really see too much off of that. So let's see what happens if I do 2-to-1. 2-to-1 scale looks pretty good there. So I can click there. Here's my 2-to-1 scale. And I have a nice little section view in there. It looks all good. I'm going to be able to do all my dimensions off of this. Alright. Don't forget, you would also want to put in center lines on any of the circles. You want to make sure to do that with any part in the working drawing if you have any circles or arcs or something like that. So that's how you do all the extra views, the auxiliary views, section view, detail, breakout. You can go ahead and take a look on Edmodo. I'll show you exactly how things should be dimensioned, and you should be good to go then.